Hope Part 2. 9. Culture nutrition. Expect when you are responsible for other people at work. Expect people to succeed. Even when they fail from time to time to get what they intend to do, encourage them so that they can face the next challenge. A simple, "I know you will do better next time," can have very positive effects. 10. Nursery spontaneously considers leaving aside its plans from time to time to take a walk with your kids, watching a show or a game. Get out of your comfort zone by being spontaneous to helps develop muscle. Optimistic basically means spontaneous, enjoyable than expected. 11. Think of the health benefits. If you need extra motivation to practice optimism, consider linking statistics expected to better health. Seligman explains there is evidence that the immune system is stronger than between optimism among pessimists. Mind Tools, 2013. Seligman explains, to be more realistic and accurate about the dangers and risks. Sometimes when there is a risk of serious negative consequences, do not care, avoiding the risk assessment and appropriate desirable. But the positive effects to be optimistic, fighting depression, helping professionals, academic and sporting success, and improve physical and mental health is more important than the race pessimistic benefits. The answer is that, as Seligman explains, flexible optimism i.e. has the power to consider cases and require a survey pessimistic, and we call hope, a can-do attitude and have a chance. Winston Churchill was right to say, a pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, optimist sees opportunity in every practical difficulty is seeking the chance. Here are some practical tips to keep in mind that you can do. 1. Listen. Really listen to people. Listen with the ears, eyes and heart. Pay attention to body language. The other hand, the sound of his voice to the feelings hidden behind what they say about you, and context. 2. Do not interrupt others. Do not dismiss your concerns without notice. Do not rush to give advice. Do not change the subject. Let the people of his time. 3. Tune nonverbal communication. These are the way people communicate. You often think or feel, but verbal communication says something completely different. 4. Practice the rule of 93%. We know the famous study by Professor Emeritus Albert Mehrabian of UCLA, in Feelings and Attitudes, Communication Words, What to Say, including about 7% of the total message people. It acquired the remaining 93% is the idea that if you are in our tone of voice and body language. Therefore, it is important to spend time to understand how we are when we communicate with others about their feelings and behaviors. 5. People use names. Remember, too, so you can refer to the name of the wife and children of people by name. 6. Be fully present when you are with us. Do not check your email, watch your phone if the disclosure falls directly into his office to talk to you about the clock. Put yourself in their website. How would you feel if your boss is doing it for you? 7. Smiling people. 8. Encourage people, above all else, when speaking at meetings. Things seem simple. Gesture support reliable care. 9. Real recognition and praise. Pay attention to what people are doing and start doing the right things. When you give a compliment, you can spend a little effort to unforgettable words. It will be an asset to the team because, it was amazing, what I would not miss if it has to go up. 10. Having a personal interest in people. Show people that you care and genuine curiosity about the world. Ask questions about their hobbies, their challenges, their families, their aspirations. Others. Mind Tools, 2013. Howard Thurman eloquently said, remove the wood grain on your own. This is what it calls the leaves authenticity. 1. Live your values as a leader. Important basic aspect of everyday authentic leadership. However, you must consider the values on a regular basis to examine the validity of the current environment. The balance of the work life, for example, is not a privilege. It is essential to attract the best brains for your business. 2. Has a habit of promises. Microbalances you know from experience that you cannot keep? Think back on what promises to be, and see if you can meet some of them. 3. it is true liberty, when poured all sophistication. There are times during your life when you feel compelled to take the show to impress others. It would solve a stop once and for all. See for yourself when you are swimming freely through the simulation load. Tell yourself, I am enough, and I mean that. 4. Straight talk, trust and simplicity. These are the building blocks of matter, the victory over the image. Think about how you can create a daily routine. 5. The areas of your life where you cannot get without resolution. For example, the way some people but not others, they are not totally honest, in some cases, in other cases. These pictures say. 6. Start a collection of personal stories that you can use to ask important aspects of leadership style that motivates you to show cause, the philosophy of lead, and as a person. Personal stories are the most effective storytelling for executives. 7. The adversity reveals our true character. Think about your own behavior when something goes wrong. Remember that as a leader, you're always in the mirror. People want to be inspired by you. 8. As the case will be submitted, in writing, so far, to spend more time with own words. Treat your website accidentally inflated language, which often leads to another matter of fact, as a speaker. For example, instead of food with restaurants, learning environments that school and university in fast and place effective. Be inspired by Winston Churchill, who said, it spoke words commonly used in a short, homely. 9. It has to be a conflict between what is and what to do. Live. In Deaf Murmurs of the Heart, decided to take steps to begin the return trip to find yourself reconnecting with your interests and values. If this is not possible, due to the limitations of the current situation, the small commitments you can start doing now in another state. 10. If you are an ambitious company with the approval of decisions before they are comfortable, develop a plan to start practicing self-confidence. Start with small decisions, and gradually move into the top. Only when they free themselves of the need for approval from others are starting to be a leader to be valid. So what strategies they adopt to be more careful to keep yourself responsible is basically confined to register. 1. Just as companies spend about as customers or shareholders are concerned, you should take the time to consider how their actions are perceived by all stakeholders, subordinates, colleagues, clients. Undergo a formal assessment of leadership 360 or simply to maintain their way of assessing leadership used to think about how other people in your team score points in each dimension. 2. For example, put the interests within the group before their own interests, the share of credit for the success, the direct exchange of information. Question, as I do, treat others with respect, regardless of their position, fosters teamwork in each department, location behind the decisions made by the group, give honest answers in a timely manner. Others respond in the way. 3. At the end of each day, when you clean your desk before you go home, take a few minutes to go mental during the day. Consider important discussions held during the meetings, emails, and other measures.